Hi, Jane Harling here, winwinpropertybuyers.co.uk. I hope you found Tuesday's tip helpful about checking whether or not there's good demand for whatever you propose converting your property to. So let's suppose now that you've checked and there is demand. You're going to convert maybe 2-bed flats or 1-bed flats, and a high proportion of those have actually sold on Rightmove in the past few months. So the next thing we want to take a look at now is the project actually worth doing financially? And quite often we're asked, where on earth do you start? Well, we always say with anything in property, always start at the end. The first thing you need to do is look at sold comparables and work out what is your end product going to be worth at the end. All the 2-bed flats or the 1-bed flats, what will they actually be worth once you've finished doing your project? We would add all of those together to give you your GDV, your gross development value, or your end value. The next thing we would do is take off your profit, because you need to build that in right at the early stage. One, because there's no point doing it if there's no profit, but secondly, you're building in a safety buffer. So if the market turns, if the market suddenly goes down in price quite considerably or something, then at least you stand a good chance of being able to refinance, let the property out, and ride out the trough, the downturn in the market, until the market returns at a later date. So after that figure then, which we would suggest 25 to 30%, next we would take off all the costs. And one particular comment I'd make here is that people are always saying to us about the build costs. Please don't just stop at the build costs. Run through your project mentally in your mind and think about, right at the beginning of the project, your buying costs, your planning, your holding costs, and then your selling costs. Add all of those up too, because those are costs that must come off. And once you've taken all of these figures off, what you're left with is the absolute maximum that you can afford to offer on that property. It's a very simplistic analysis, but it's the kind of steps that you should be taking to make sure that you're not overpaying for any property, or indeed wasting your time going out to view a property that really is never going to work in the first place. So I hope you found this helpful, and look forward to doing some more videos next week or something with some more tips that we've picked up over our 20 odd years in converting properties out there. So it's Jane Harling from winwinpropertybuyers.co.uk.